Guys, it's Ian again in Beijing. Welcome back to my channel, and I think you're going to love today's video because I am super excited about what I'm going to just about visit. So stick with me, and as always, enjoy what I share. If you want to see more from this Scottish chap travelling China, then please subscribe. Meanwhile, hang in there and I'll show you something pretty cool. I'm also travelling today with Lisa, so that is an extra special bonus for today. So right, we've arrived at the station where we need to arrive at, which I'm really pretty excited about. Now, to give you an idea of where we're going to go, I'll tell you a little bit about this person. So this person was born in 1254. His mother, who educated him at a very, very young age, passed away when he was 5. His father and his father's brother, i.e. his uncle, travelled extensively because they were merchants, and then they came back. And this chap, this guy, was 15 when his father returned, and at the age of 17, this person then left Venice and started on his legendary journey. You with me so far? Well, I've arrived and I'm actually hungry, so I'm going to get some jingbean. Always superb. Just love it. You want a bit?
Okay.
To give you more idea, this person at the age of 17 actually left Venice with his father and his father's brother, who again were very wealthy merchants, and they travelled back into Asia across the Silk Road, and they were allowed to travel relatively freely because his father had a tablet, which was essentially a passport, a golden tablet that allowed him to travel across the Silk Road mostly uninterrupted. And the reason why his father was given that tablet is because his father already had made the journey into China, and his father had actually met the famous Kublai Khan. So this person, you probably started to gather, is famous Italian explorer, probably one of the most famous explorers in the world, and his name is Marco Polo. And we're here at the famous Marco Polo Bridge. And the reason why it's so famous is because in his famous book that he co-wrote, he talked about this bridge being a stone bridge of such fine quality there is very few as fine as this in the world, something like that. So it's a very, very famous bridge if you're into travelling and if you understand Marco Polo. It also has another part to play in history, so stick with me and I'll explain some more of this. Now, some interesting features about the bridge is it is about 266 metres long, and there is 11 stone arches, very well preserved. And a very interesting feature is that on each side the bridge is lined by roughly 500 or more lions, and the myth is that no one really knows how many lions there actually are in the statues, because there's so many of the lions that are hidden either within another lion, so maybe on top of a lion or beside a lion. So the rumour is that no one actually knows how many lions are actually on the bridge. So it's just an interesting fact. This is the actual original stones on the bridge that I'm walking on. So actually Marco Polo didn't write his book, he co-wrote it, because when he came back to Venice, he joined the Navy actually, and then he was captured and put in prison. And when he was in prison, he told his story to his the other fellow prisoner who was in that cell with him, and then they wrote it all down. And that's how Marco Polo's travels came about to be a bestseller, because when it was published, a lot of people were blown away by how incredible the stories were about Marco Polo. In actual fact, a lot of people said that what Marco Polo had written down or told to his cellmate and written down was not accurate. They had debunked it and said it was lies, because in typical European Christianity vanity, we could not believe that there was another society as advanced, if not more advanced, than the society in Europe. You've got to remember that Europe was essentially in the Dark Ages. On his deathbed, the Vatican sent a priest and asked him to denounce everything that he talked about as lies. And Marco Polo turned around and said, I never told you half of the stories I could have told you, because if I did, you would never believe me, because the world is so fantastical. So that type of attitude, I think, just blows my mind. Way back then, travelling through Asia, knowing what I know now about China, that is just incredible. So that's a rough potted story from a Glaswegian about Marco Polo. Let me tell you the other reason why this bridge is actually well known in China. So the other reason why this bridge is known in China is because of what's known as the Logoa incident, or the Marco Polo Bridge incident. So there is a touching museum here inside the fortress town, and that tells the story of the incident and the sort of subsequent struggle for the Chinese to fight back against the occupation of the Japanese. The Marco Polo Bridge incident was in almost the start of World War II. Some people would argue it was the start of the World War II. Happened in July the 7th, 1937. And at that time, Japan had invaded Manchuria, which is in the north of China. And they also stationed Japanese troops across a lot of Chinese territory with a view to annex more of China for their own gain, really. And then here in Wangping, which is a fortress town, there was a Japanese soldier that went missing. The Japanese accused the Chinese of being involved in that. So the Japanese troops went looking for them. During that time, negotiations failed, but the Japanese soldier had turned up and was safe, but it was too late. A battle had started, and in that battle of Wangping, the Japanese won the fight. And that's this area. They wanted China to apologise and then also to sort out the communist troublemakers. And subsequently, Japan took more control of other areas of China. To be honest, the Japanese were brutal and unforgiving to the Chinese population. So China started fighting back, and that sort of kicked off really in and around Shanghai and other places across China. And the battle really forced the Chinese to unite inside the country. So Chinese nationalists and the Communist Party united together to fight as a united front against the Japanese. So Japan then attacked America at Pearl Harbor, which brought America into the war, and ultimately the end of the war, and then the end of Japan's hold on China. We now see that modern China, as we know it, has developed into being very much back on the world stage. So that's a kind of potted history of this area. If you ever get a chance, come here and have a look around, and you see a beautiful area with deep history. Wow, what an amazing experience, just simply amazing. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, please subscribe to my channel and I will show you more of China. Just like this amazing Marco Polo Bridge. I'm heading back now to the metro, heading home through the fortress. So take care, and as always, believe in peace. Peace out.